I think from a pretty early age, I knew that I was just gonna be like, I call it just like being a survivor. I'm not a dude that was gonna like ever be able to figure out how to work in an office and do that 9 to 5 and have a boss that tells me what to do. And I think that's great. I wish I was that kind of dude. I wish I could fucking listen to some old man tell me that my idea was wrong when I knew that it was better than his, you know, like, but I just can't really survive in those sorts of like corporate practices. I am Jake Morisse, and I am currently a barber at Annex Barbershop in Oklahoma City. How I got started was kind of weird. I was just a kid. I was like in bars and bartending and playing in bands, and I was just, I don't know. I've been talking with my wife a lot lately about how we spent our 20s just like living with our foot to the gas pedal. And that's just how I lived my life, and I loved it. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I lived my life that way. And whenever I was 26, I was in a band and I was recording this album in this loft in Enid, where I'm from. And this guy was opening this sort of old 1950s looking barbershop. And I don't know, I'd been interested in the idea of barbering up until that point. I just didn't really have any sort of direction or know how to do it, and I just did not know what I was gonna do with my life, because I was kind of like reaching the end of the road. And I saw this guy, I went and got a haircut, and he gave me the best gift he could ever give me. Josh, he was my mentor, and I love that guy. And he goes, I can teach anybody to cut hair, it's the personality that matters. So in 2 years from that point, I went back and I said, hey man, I want that apprenticeship. And I just bugged the shit out of him until he gave it to me. And yeah, and I did that, and I love it. It's really important to me, and I'm really happy that I was given that opportunity by the guy. I want to believe that I'm like a working man's barber. You know, I want to believe that I'm a guy that you can come in and ask for any haircut. It doesn't need to be some like hard skin fade. It doesn't need to be this like super crisp, internet ready haircut. If you want a 2 on the sides and you want a finger length on top, let's get it. Like, I want you to leave here comfortable and loving what you do. And I think that's kind of part of my industry that's being lost right now, is everything is so stylized and so like celebrity, or I need to get likes. And I even say that like sitting here making internet content, you know, like, but I guess I want my personal style to be known like, oh yeah, he's just like a fucking good dude and he cuts really good hair. So I work at a place in Oklahoma City, and it's called Annex Barbershop. It's owned by my buddy Max, and I've been cutting hair in this space for almost 10 years now. It really is home. You know, it's easy, it's nice. We want to create a space here also that's like welcoming. I care for my chair to be open to anybody. I care for people to have like, I don't care about your gender identifiers, like you're welcome here. Like, I want this to be a safe space for the queer community. I want this to be a safe space for just any community that we're finding in our society that is starting to dwindle. You know, like those spaces aren't always there anymore. And it's important to me that everyone feels comfortable, that they can just come be themselves in their own bodies however they see fit. And I think we've kind of created a barbershop here that does that. We're not gonna make anybody feel uncomfortable because of how they wanna live their life. In a time where I know people are fucking scared and they're worried about shit and they're worried about their safety because if maybe they don't fit into what society is deemed the norm, they're good here. I don't fucking call the cops. We don't let ice in this building. We don't lick boots here. Maybe that, yeah. Jake Morisse doesn't lick a boot. Just, there you go. And I think I just want people to know that they're like, it's chill when they come in here and they're safe when they come in here. And as long as you're being kind to the fellow person in here, then you're good. I think that I'm really lucky that I hear about everybody's life in a pretty serious way. They kind of share the highs and the lows. I think there's this joke that like your barber becomes your therapist, and I think that's very true. I I'm not a therapist. And I think it's important that I say that. I'm not built for small talk. People will say I'm deep talk energy. I want to do that. I want to know what the worst or the best thing that's ever happened to you is. And I want to know what you think happens when you're gonna die. And I want to debate those things. You know, like, I love that kind of stuff. I love being able to sit here and talk about differences in politics or social structures and me trying to convince somebody that, you know, they're wrong, or they'll try to convince me I'm wrong. And it's just kind of like really interesting in that way. I think the role of a barbershop in the community is a gathering place. I want a barbershop to be a place where you can also come in, get a really good haircut, no matter how shitty your fucking day is. You can leave feeling at least a little better about yourself. No matter how down you are, you can get a good haircut. I think to stay inspired in this industry, it's kind of tough because we're dealing now with things that everything is just a recreation of something else that's already been done. I actually think at this point in my career, I'm getting inspired about the barbers around me and the barbers in the shop, because I want to see the things that they're doing and I'm being like, man, that was sick. Like, I want to do that too. And I think that I'm very lucky to be working with other barbers that are also very good at what they do. To be honest, a healthy amount of competition and wanting to be better than someone else keeps me inspired. That might be kind of fucked up, but the truth is like, I want to be the best at this. I truly do. I want to be seen as the best at what I do. I don't think that I'm like at all the best at what I do, but I think that's what kind of keeps me working, and that keeps me hungry, and it keeps me trying to learn new things, which I'm not necessarily great at, but I'm just out here like, all right, what can I try? Like, what's new, you know? And it really is the people around me that kind of light a fire under my ass to keep going, which is good. I love that. And I love them for it. My life outside of this barbershop can look a little different all the time. I'm a dude that loves to hyperfixate on whatever I'm into. When I get into something, I just get really fucking into it. It was running for a while. I was running marathons or trying to run marathons, and then I hurt myself. And so now I'm back into like building bicycles. I really love bicycles. I think that it's just sort of adult Legos, kind of. I believe it's so fun to be able to take something that shouldn't work together and make it work. I think that that's what bicycles can offer you, because there's so many different years of parts and frames and all this shit that you can put together and make sort of this Frankenstein's monster out of it and go ride it. And I love bicycling. I'm really obsessed with collecting records. Went to the record store today. Music's a really important part of my life, but most importantly, I think also like my wife. My wife's really important to me. She's my best friend. I'm just trying to hang out with my wife outside of this place. That's the truth. Like, I would love to say that I have this social life that's just like going all the time and so huge, but like, truth is I just want to hang out with my wife and like watch Gilmore Girls and listen to records and like, you know, I don't know, just laugh our asses off. I love her so much. She's not like off to the side of the camera like with a gun to my head. Like, I mean this. Like, I think she just enriches my life so much outside of the shop. I love a live show. I love live music. I think live music is one of life's great, you know, gifts. And I love going to the tattoo shop, and I don't know, it's like collecting playing cards at this point. You know, you just get to like get tattooed by all these different people and show each other your tattoos that you got. I think what keeps pushing my interest outside of work is just the ability to keep going. I think I've just seen so many people in my life, especially like older people, just give up, and they just don't want to try to see the world a different way, and they don't want to try to understand the complexities of the human experience and all of these things, like getting out on a bicycle or going to the record store or reading some new weird book. I think those things are so important for personal growth. Man, I just like don't want to get lame. Like, that's the truth. Like, there's just a lot of like life to be experienced and a lot of human experience to just try to like dig into. And I think also what drives my interests outside of here is I just want to be able to keep having empathy for people. And I'll be honest, like, I'm sort of losing that in my life lately. And I'm not doing a great job having empathy for my fellow man sometimes. And it's something I need to check myself on. And I think that engaging in these things, it keeps me outside of my house and it keeps me off of my couch, because I'm really good at just hiding and sort of, not even hiding, but just like sinking and just sort of hibernating. And having some new like weird interest to just dive into keeps me engaged in some, at least a little form of community. Being a barber and being successful as a barber isn't just some job that you get to have because it looks cool and you can like get tattoos or whatever. The shit's fucking hard. Like, it takes its toll on your body. Like, I will do this until I die. Like, I'm not going to be a guy that has some retirement fund. Like, I am a tradesman and I know that and I love it. And I have gotten in my car after doing 30 haircuts in one day and just cried because I was just so worn out. But I knew that's what I needed to do to be able to show up and stay consistent and like take care of people. And that's it. Like, you want to build a really successful clientele, like, take care of people. We're losing it. We're losing taking care of people in our society. And if anything, as a barber, if I can like share any piece of wisdom and we could all learn something from the barbershop, is like, you gotta take care of people. You gotta show up for people when they need you.